Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go. All right, everyone. It is your favorite political innovator, David Washington, here on Countertop Politics. Yes, 5 minutes every Monday of campaign insight, political innuendo, and the secret sauce to winning campaigns. And you see, I'm wearing my White Sox cap and I'm drinking from my White Sox mug because 20 years ago, yesterday, the White Sox won the 2005 World Series. They went 11 and 1, 11 and 1 in the playoffs, a record. So, congratulations to the White Sox 20th anniversary. I remember that night. I was driving home from work late and hearing the celebrations over the phone. But anyway, let's get to politics. So, this is about teamwork. And you know something? First, I want to say at Jane Washington, we have a 50% win rate. And in this business, that's like going 11 and 1 in baseball. Okay. So, I just want to put that out there. Anyway, so we're talking about teams. And of course, the election cycle doesn't end for us. And I'm listening, watching, talking with a number of people, politicals, and looking at stats and looking at turnout rates over this past special election here in Central Florida and the current election for city commissioners here in Orlando, which will be a week from tomorrow. It's October, I think the 27th today, um, Monday. And so, as political innovators and political advisors, the onus is on us to look at the political landscape in these elections, see who's out there, who's knocking on doors, who's talking to voters, how many voters are turning out, with their vote by mail ballots or early voting, who is actually out there campaigning, not necessarily for their election, but for an election that may be one, two, or three cycles away. We're also talking to folks, listening to folks, looking at their campaign finance reports and finding out how people are spending their money. I mean, $8,000 for a social media content creator, manager a month? Yikes. And that's you can run a whole campaign on $8,000 a month, period. $5,000 to bring in a staffer from out of the state to work a local campaign, and that same person has to learn everything about that local campaign to be competent or reach some level of competency. Yikes. And then you see some of the more thoughtful and strategic campaigns out there getting themselves involved in local elections, getting to know the electorate early because several cycles now, they're running for an office that encompasses those districts that they're already talking to voters about different issues on behalf of other campaigns that are running for office now. Brilliant, smart, and that's the key to starting early. And I'll go into that. I've gone into that in the past. For those who know our strategy, we love to start early, which we do, regardless of if we're involved in a campaign or not. We'd love to start early and have information available for those candidates that come to us or are referred to us because 99.9% of our candidates are referred to us word of mouth. And we'll have some workable knowledge, intelligence about the campaign that they hope to run in a particular district, in a particular county, in a particular state. So when it boils down to teams, you must. You must be ready to either incorporate a team that's been put together or have a team that you will need to create yourself. And I have one situation in the past that I was approached by a candidate to manage their campaign. And they had someone that I thought was just an assistant. And as we got to know everyone at this table, this round table of consultants and vendors. I was like, okay, this person does this. I guess this person is going to do that, and this person is going to do that. As introduce myself, say, okay, David Washington from J and Washington will be managing this campaign, and I talked to the person who is like the assistant, I assume, to say, okay, I need more information about everyone who was at the table. Their contact information, um, their role in the campaign, and I want to make sure we create a organizational chart. And put out that request, waited a couple of days, put out that request again, got a little pushback. It's like, this is weird. Put out the request again. I was handed the organization chart that this person created, and it just highlighted that person as being in charge of everything. And I said, oh boy, we're gonna have a problem with creating this team. And then there's other situations where, walk into, a campaign, it's like, okay, I need to create a team. And our philosophy, again, our model is the lean campaign model. And we build teams in the spirit of creating a startup company. And we want to be able to pivot quickly when things turn really good or when things don't turn really good. And so we incorporate that model, the lean campaign model, to create solid teams that are responsive and responsible to the campaign and everything that comes in and out of the campaign, because everything that happens in the campaign must be intentional. So I just want to say that teams are just a tool that exact the strategy. The strategy is the means of winning campaigns. The teams are very, very crucial in making sure that your strategy as a candidate, as a campaign, as a consultant, as a campaign manager, the teams are important and essential to carry out the strategy detailed in prior conversations, prior meetings, and discussions among the team members and the candidate. Everyone knows their role, everyone has time frames, everyone has tasks, resources that are allocated to those team members. And so when you lay everything out in a project plan, according to our lean campaign model, if you follow the strategy, you're more likely to win. That's our guarantee at Jay and Washington. Okay, my coffee's brewing. I got some popcorn from Garrett's that was brought to me. Thank you, Robert. And got some hot stuff. Got some Yingling. I think the Yinglings for Rob. But anyway, go White Sox. Congratulations. 20-year anniversary of the White Sox winning the World Series in 2005. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you do, please, 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 please let everyone you know who you think could benefit from this content, your family members, your friends, those influencers in the wild, candidates and electeds who you believe could benefit from all the content that we've created, not just here on Countertop Politics, but also across the Jay and Washington Network, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X. So check us out and spread the word. Thank you to our new subscribers. Really appreciate it. I'm excited and look for the next episode this week of the Fernandez Legacy. And don't forget, Jimmy's back from vacation. We'll have a most excellent episode of From the Margins with Jimmy Afont coming up this week also. And of course, there's the David Washington Show. And don't forget, Ground Zero Florida, our flagship podcast. And of course, this is Countertop Politics, my personal professional journal of campaigning. So, again, thank you. We'll see you the next time. God bless. I love you. We're out.